We handpicked the craziest gamblers in Texas. One of us gets it all in the first rotation.
It was a wild game, over $15,000 on the table at a 1-3 table.
And if you like seeing us go against each other, there is more of that in this vlog than in any other vlog on our channel. Buckle up, strap in, it's showtime.
It's a must watch.
How is this for a starting hand? Not even 15 minutes into the stream, Jack opens up jacks in +1 to
15. Our good buddy Derek, also known as Data, does what he does best and 3-bets us right off the bat to $45 with pocket queens. This pot might get dangerous, but luckily, Rosie has some good news for us when he wakes up with
ace king of hearts in the hijack. I go for the cold 4-bet to 140 bucks.
This cold 4-bet from Rosie is super strong. I don't think my jacks are any good here, and I get the sense that this pot's gonna get pretty large. I let this one go, only losing $15, avoiding what could have been a massive situation.
Jack makes the correct and nice fold, and Derek does what Data does. He goes for the rip, putting me all in. He's a looser player. We've got ace-king suited. We are happily making this call. Unfortunately, he's got a pretty good hand this time, and we're coin flipping, and he refuses to run it twice when I ask. So let's head to one run out and one run out only. I'll let the boys in the commentary booth take it over.
Pot and king on the flop.
King on the flop, no sweat. Oh, and a queen ball on the turn, dude. I don't know. There's
nothing there. He's
all.
drawing
That's
dead.
Drawing stone dead.
Flops top pair.
Sucking the resuck, baby.
That's it.
Yep, we lose our whole stack on the first orbit in one of the biggest games we've ever played. And to add insult to injury, I had my grandparents tune into this stream, so I figure it's a good time to give them a shout out right here.
Second set from Mr.
Let me highlight this crazy hand that happened. There was a 3-bet pot. Sal c-bets with ace-queen and Chase re-raises with ace-jack. Sal sniffs this out and makes a call. On the turn, Chase tosses in a 1K chip and announces a $330 bet. Looks like an easy fold for Sal looking at the cards.
This is wild for being real. This is a $980 pots. Both players with ace high nothing. Yes! Dude, Sal, you're too good. This is so good. It's so good.
Forcing Chase to fold, we really brought in some degen players off to my first hand. Deep breath. Okay, first hand in, I raised to 15 with pocket queens. We see a call from Toothless. He has a very wide range pre-flop, and we see a call from Prosper Donkey. You guys know him from our previous vlogs, also very wide pre-flop range. Going to a flop, which comes 2, 3, 4, all hearts. We see Prosper has a set. I actually check my overpair here with no heart in my hand, and Prosper Donkey bets $30. I'm not folding just yet. I make the call, Toothless folds, off to a turn card, which is kind of an action killer, the king of hearts. And now Prosper also checks. So the river, the 7 of spades. I think about bluffing here for a second. I don't think I'm going to be good here, but I just check. And Shane checks it back. Lost the minimum after Prosper flopped a set. Right into my next hand, we're playing 1-3 with a $10 straddle. We see a +2 limp from Derek. I'm bumping up with pocket 9s to $45. Under the gun straddle makes the call, and so does Derek. Going to a flop 3 ways, which comes 8, 8, 7, 2 hearts. We flop an overpair, and we have 9 of hearts, which I like to see. Checks to me, I bet $50, and we see a call from Derek with the gut shot straight draw. He's going to give us some value. Going to a turn card, which is the king of spades. He checks to me. This is a very interesting spot, as I usually would like to bet on this card as it favors my range. So if I was bluffing, I would continue on this card, and I decide to continue here just in case a bad river card comes out, and I would have to fold if he decides to 2 times pot it, which he likes to do. So I decide to bet $115, seeing if we can get more value from his gut shot, and no, he folds here. I knew when I bet that I would have to call if he decided to go all in here. Glad this one worked out.
This hand we see an under the gun straddle to 15, and Sal open it up to 50 with the classic 7 deuce offsuit. No, he's not a psychopath. We are playing the 7 deuce game, which means if you win with the worst starting hand in poker, you get $5 from everyone at the table. Adam calls in +2 with 5-4 of clubs. Jack calls with queen 10 of hearts.
Folds around to Rosie in the big blind with king jack of clubs. He completes his big blind. We're off to a flop 4 ways. It comes
ace 8 queen with 2 spades, no clubs. Nothing but a gut shot for us, honestly. I check and it checks around. Now, I'm going to take a page out of the GOAT, Brad Owen's playbook for this one. So thank you, Brad. There are 4 10s in the deck, 3 non-spade 10s, and actually only 2 left because Jack has one. I'm down over $500 in 25 minutes. If you guys could please lock in a like for good luck, that would be amazing. Okay, here goes nothing. Thank you, Brad. 3, 2, 1. Bang.
The 10 of diamonds. Little do I know that is the worst card ever for me now because I hit 2 pair while Rosie drills the nuts. This pot is gonna be bloated. Rosie is first to act and he throws out 6 green chips, $150, a massive bet on this board. Folds quickly to me. I've got a really strong hand, but I'm not sure exactly what holdings Rosie would be betting here with that I have beat besides maybe ace jack of spades or king 10 of spades. I actually considered just outright folding on the turn, but I think my hand's too strong and I gotta assess a river, so I make the call. Massive pot, probably the biggest pot I've ever played against Rosie. Can we hit it one time on the river? It's the
Ace. We no longer have the nuts. Jack has been counterfeited. There are now full houses available, but I do not want to check and let Jack get a free showdown. I rip it all in for 241 effective.
I snap fold and we're on to the next one. Nice hand, Rosie. I'm coming for you now.
One of the bigger pots in the history of next gen on next gen violence, and we start our road to recovery.
Next hand gets juicy. We got 2 limps in early position from Rosie and Adam. Toothless opens up Jack 7 suited in the +4. I'm on the cutoff with Jack 10 of clubs. I decide to play this as a 3-bet here. I don't really want to welcome a multi-way pot, and I don't mind getting heads up in position. I 3-bet to $65. Action Ashley is giving us that action, and she calls with ace jack offsuit in the small blind. Folds back around to Toothless, and he calls as well. Off to a board 3 ways. In position, we see a flop of queen, queen 4, rainbow. When it checks to me, I decide to check this one back. I think I'm going to be checking a lot of my overpairs as well as my queens here as a slow play, and probably be betting them on the turn and river for value. I check this one with plans to bluff at most turn cards, but we don't get that opportunity when the turn comes to 10 of spades. We pick up some showdown value and it checks to me again. Really, the only bad river cards for me would be an ace or a king. The pot's pretty big already, $200, so I decided to just check this one back, planning to bet on most river cards. And we get a pretty clean river. It's the 5 of diamonds. When it checks to me a third time, I'm almost 100% certain I have the best hand here, so I go for some value, a little under half pot, I bet $80. Action Ashley does not hesitate to toss in that call. She doesn't believe me. She's got ace high. Tyler folds, and we flip over the goods. A little thin value. You love to see it.
We see Mr. Prosper open up ace-8 offsuit and +4. Jack puts in a nice cheeky 3-bet with king-queen offsuit to
$50. Folds around to Frankie, and unfortunately he wakes up with it. He's got ace-king offsuit in the small blind.
I'm definitely going to be raising it up. I do not like just calling out of position. I make it $200 US to go, planning on calling any 5-bet.
And let's just say I hand him $50 pretty much. After he 4-bets, I snap fold. I'm not getting any 4-bet pots against him when I know I'm crushed with king queen. Rosie and Frankie, quit taking my dang money.
After Rosie's failure, we're going to give this one a go. 7 deuce, it's my turn. I raise it up in the +4 to $17. We see calls from the cutoff, small blind, big blind, and the end of the gun limper. Going a lot of ways to a flop, which comes 6-2-3. Looks good for me, but it's not. I only have 5% equity. Donkey bet $30 in this flop. I make the call and Adam makes the call. The turn comes the king of diamonds. It checks to me. I snap check back, looking to hit my trips or hit my 2 pair. The river is the 3 of diamonds. It checks to me once again, and now with bottom pair, I know I'm no good. And because if I get an extra $50 if I win, I decide to bluff here, which is very ill-advised into 3 people, especially when one of them has the nut flush. Adam snap calls, and we lose this hand. Maybe I could have not bluffed the end.
This hand, Rosie opens up ace-8 suited to $10. He gets 2 callers until Prosper Donkey looks down at another premium jack 5 offsuit, 3-bets him to $45. I'm in the cutoff and look down at the bullets, pocket aces. Definitely gonna 4-bet here. I raise it up to $110. Finally, time to take some of my money back from Rosie. However, he gets out of the way immediately. Folds around to Prosper Donkey. He tells me, you gave me way too good of a price, and tosses in that call. Off to a board it comes king 6-10 rainbow. He checks to me, and I see bet here. A little too big in my opinion, $115. I think I can bet pretty small here, like $70 or $80 to entice some sort of bluff from Prosper. He snap folds, and we're on to the next one.
We got pocket 6s under the gun here, guys. I make it $10. Prosper Donkey does what Prosper Donkey does. He 3-bets to 45 with the classic textbook 4-8 offsuit. Action Ashley calls in the big one with Jack 10 offsuit, giving me a good price. Normally, guys, I do not like this spot. I'm out of position to the 3-better, almost certain to see a card higher than a 6 on the flop, which won't be fun. However, Ashley gave me a good price. Prosper Donkey's a certified maniac, so I decide to make the call. Three ways in the middle of this sandwich to a flop of 3-7-7 two spades. Honestly, not a bad flop for us. We check to Prosper Donkey and he bets 65. Ashley folds and I make the call, knowing that Prosper's 3-bet range does not connect well with this board unless he's got an overpair. Heads up to a turn, which is the 5 of spades. We pick up a straight flush draw, and it's another card lower than a 6. Not bad. I check, and Prosper checks as well, giving us a free river, inching closer to showdown, 266 in the pot, and it comes another 7. We pick up a boat. We're obviously still screwed by overpairs at this point, which make up a big part of his 3-betting range. I do check. He does bet $90, so we lose to all the big pocket pairs, but we now can beat that front door flush that got there, and we beat all of the craziness that Prosper can have here. We're getting almost 4-1 on the call, so we only have to be right around 20% of the time. For these reasons, I make the call. You guys can see it. We are good. $446 pot coming our way, and we have clawed our way close to back to the promised land.
In the next hand, we're playing 1-3-10. We see Prosper limp. Ashley raises it up to $40 with pocket 7s. I make the call with queen 10 of spades. We see Rosie and Chase come along as well. We're going 5 ways to a flop, which comes ace 2 8. Not much, but it checks to me. The initial aggressor checked, so I'm taking Ashley off of an ace. I know Rosie's going to be 3-betting his best aces pre-flop. I also know that Prosper and Chase are playing way too wide of ranges. The 8 of spades is a great backdoor card for my queen 10 of spades, and I just banked a straight flush backdoor runner last stream, so I bet $60 on this flop. I came wearing a Wells Fargo shirt. I have to represent. Everyone folds except for Ashley, who makes the call with 3rd pair. She has a good read on players, and she's been calling relatively light. The turn is the Jack of Hearts. Now I have 2 options for a straight. I have a king and a 9 to give me a straight. This is a perfect card to keep betting. She checked the flop, so like I said, I'm taking her off an ace, and I'm putting her on a worse pocket pair. So what we gotta do to get those to fold? We gotta bet big. I put in a $140 bet. Ashley does not want to fold to me, this 22-year-old wearing this shirt with a bank on it and glasses, but she does. She gives it up. The bluff gets through.
There it is. Puts in the fold, and Frankie getting it done with the double barrel.
We're playing $25 bomb pots every dealer change, and I happen to scoop this one with ace jack of diamonds, turning the nut flush, and we hold. The Omaha gods gifting me a little run good. Hopefully we can keep it up. When we're dealt another premium ace king offsuit in the +1, I opened it to $20, and Action Ashley, you know she's bringing that action. Pocket 5, she 3-bets me to $70, quickly folds back to me. I know she's been calling pretty light lately, and I don't like the idea of playing this hand out of position, so I think it's a great candidate to 4-bet, and I choose to do so to $250, and she snap calls. What is going on? Pocket 5s against ace king. We're out of position. Hopefully we can hit a flop. It comes deuce 8-8, a paired board with 2 hearts on it, and we've got the king of hearts. On such a dry board like this, I think I can actually have the best hand a good amount of the time. I also can put weak pocket pairs in a really tough spot if they call this flop and I jam the turn. I have 817 left in my stack, and she's got me covered by a couple hundred. I decided to lead out on this board for $200, and the second my chips hit the felt, I hear 2 words from Ashley, all in. This is my first time 4-betting at the table. I think she knows I'm not really getting out of line here, and I'll pretty much either have ace king, queens, kings, or aces, and occasionally pocket jacks. There's more combos of those than there are of ace king, and so this jam confuses the hell out of me. If we do some math, it's $617 more for me to call to win a total pot of $2,137. That means I only have to be correct about 28% of the time. As you see here, against her exact hand, I'm a 31% favorite. If she can be doing this with hands as weak as pocket 5, I think she can be doing this with plenty of bluffs too, such as heart draws or hands like ace queen or ace king with the ace or queen of hearts. That's what makes this spot so tough. But when it comes down to poker, where you make your money in the long term is making plus EV plays, and when I'm above breaking even on this play, I think I've just got to call it off. So I go ahead and toss my chips all in the middle. She asked me if I want to run it multiple. I say as many times as you want. I don't care. She goes 3 times, please. I'm cool with that. Hopefully we can spike something. I'll let you guys watch the 3 boards in real time.
Yeah, I love to see it. He's a dog right now, but this is more often than not, I'd say, the right call. I actually could be doing this with a lot of hard X.
Did they just say 3 times?
3 times. Is that what I heard?
Okay, dokie.
Well, I mean, I currently have 2 here, but
10 ball. And a 6 gives Ashley the first run out. At 5, she has the second run out. Oh, God, quads, bro. Oh my god, wow, Jello breaks all three, dude. That's actually kind of hard to do.
It is a shame to see all my chips being shipped away from me. And we're on to our second bullet.
We got another premium, and we're seeing it open from Ashley to 15 with ace-5 offsuit. I go for a 3-bet with pocket kings, pretty standard. I make it $50 to go, and just Ashley makes the call. We're going mano-y-mano to a flop, which comes 4-3-6, 2 clubs. Ashley loves this flop. She checks to me. It's a very connected board that does not hit the 3-better's range, so I actually decide to check here. The turn is the queen of diamonds, and now she leads out for $60. This is a card that hits a lot of her range. She could have king queen, jack queen, ace queen here very easily, so I decide to raise here, trying to get value from flush draws and top pairs. Little do I know she has a straight draw. I bet $150. I think I can go bigger here as she snap calls for $90 more. In the river is very beautiful. The king of spades. We've got a set, very sneaky. She checks it over with just ace high. The commentators ask for a small bet, and I go 125, trying to squeak some value out from a queen, but this time with ace high, she's got to let it go. I was hoping my bluff earlier would get her to call with just ace high.
As we enter a bit of revenge mode, I got 9-7 of spades under the gun, and for some reason I decide this is good enough for an open. I go ahead and raise it up to $15. Blind man calls, and Adam 3-bets me to $55 on the button. Toothless here calls at $15 out of turn, expecting Adam just to flat a lot of times. However, when he sees Adam puts in that 3-bet, he contemplates it and decides, you know what, Jack 4 offsuit is good enough to call $55. Why the hell not? Tosses in the call, and now I am getting a price and a half. $40 more to call. I'm stuck. I've got a pretty connected hand. Let's see if we can hit something. I call, and there's no way Chase is going anywhere. He makes a call as well. And we see a flop 4 ways, a 3-6 ace with 2 spades. I check. It checks around to Adam, and he binks top and bottom pair here. He c-bets here for $105. Back onto me, and I've got 391 total in my stack. I think Adam can be 3-betting here pretty wide and also be c-betting this dry ace-high board pretty often. If he can be doing this with hands like king queen, king jack, queen 10, then I think a call becomes less profitable, because if I miss on the turn, he's going to continue barreling. So I decided a better move would be to raise all in here for $391. However, he's at the top of his range this time, and he flicks in a snap call right when it folds to him. I ask to run it twice. He agrees, and we see 2 turns and 2 rivers.
Type board, and Adam's going to have a lot of them when he puts on the 3-bet. Twice, and he picks up additional, or no, he picks up, a little additional, I believe, with 7s coming along, though. No spade is what
Ace
I'm
is
sure.
up, take the first run out.
I'd like to see 9 and jack. Wow, man, breaks it
Scoops.
all.
We brick again. Our all-ins are not going our way, but it's kind of deserved because we keep getting it in as a dog. Hopefully I can find some rhythm moving on. Onto the third freaking bullet.
This hand begins with Toothless Tyler casually going for the $30 pre-flop open in a 1-3 game with the casual 8-3 offsuit. Very standard stuff. Jack makes the call with pocket 9s. We make the call with queen 10 of clubs on the button. We're going 3 ways in position to a flop of
9-10-2 rainbow. We got middle set. Toothless checks, and I slow play my set and just check. Rosie takes a bait with his top pair and leads out
$30. Toothless folds and Jack just calls. When the turn is the 6 of clubs and Jack checks, it's obviously easy to see that I'm screwed here, but I actually think I should still be continuing to bet. We pick up the flush draw to go along with our top pair. We do have a good hand. However, I decide to check, which makes me look like a beast given Jack's specific hand.
Hopefully we get a clean river, and we get one, the jack of spades. I lead out here for $65, going for some value, targeting a 10.
We now lose to Jack 10, which was our prime value target. 7-8 has gotten there already, and Jack's bet looks pretty value heavy. I make the correct fold, and Jack gets a little bit back from us from earlier. The boys are battling today.
You and Frankie are just playing way too good against me tonight. I'm gonna have to up my game. Next hand, Action Ashley picks up the snowman once again under the gun, opens to $15. She gets 4 callers before it's on me in the small blind. I got 6-4 of diamonds. Jack, throw those cards away. That's what my left side of my brain is telling me, and my right side tells me, what are you doing? Let's gamble a little bit. Get on in there. I toss in those chips to call. Big blind folds, and we're off to a flop, which comes ace-9-2 with 2 diamonds and a heart. I check, and it checks all the way through. We get to see a free turn card, and hopefully it's a good one. It's not that bad. The 5 of hearts. We pick up now a straight draw to go along with it. We've got a combo draw, I don't think anyone has an ace because no one bet, so I go ahead and do so myself and lead for $35. Ashley and Chase are both non-believers as they both call me with third pair, and we see a gorgeous river of the 10 of spades. Absolute brick for us. We've got 6 high. We're not going to win this pot if we check, and I think if I bet big here, both of those players are going to think that it's more of a bluff, so I try to make it look like I'm going for some thin value here and just throw out $75, hoping that they'll both just realize, hey, we've got 4th pair, our hand's probably no good, and muck them. However, that is definitely not the case, and I was totally wrong because Ashley snap calls, and Chase tells me, wow, I was going to snap call if she didn't call, throws his cards away, she flips over the winner, I muck my cards, poker sucks.
I cannot believe I'm actually saying this again, but we are going to get in another hand with 7-2 offsuit. We see a raise from Data with Queen 9 offsuit on the button. That's going to be a very wide range. We saw a limp from Chase earlier, so that's also going to be a very wide range. I 3-bet big. I make it $100 to go in the big blind, and Chase snap calls, which is the most annoying thing to see with 7-2. We do get a fold from Derek, so we're going off to a flop, which comes 5 ace king rainbow. This is a 3-better's dream. This is a flop that's going to get him to fold a ton of the time. So I go for a C-bet for the sizing of $75. My entire 3-betting range is going to smash this board, except for this one holding, the one I have in my hand right now. And now Chase does what he likes to do. He re-raises with 3rd pair. Absolutely nothing. I don't know why he's raising, but he gets it to work. I make the fold, and now we have lost over $300 with 7-2. This bounty is going terrible. No time to be upset. I'm under the gun with pocket kings. I make it $15 to go. We see a call from Adam, a call from Jello in position. And
I'm on the button with king 10. I decide to defend it. He's still up on me by $50. Can't let that happen. We're going to have to scoop in a pot.
Ashley makes the call as well. Going off to a flop 4 ways, which comes so action-packed. 6, 10, 9. Not the action we want to see. I, with my overpair, want to charge hands to get value, although you've seen me check overpairs twice already. I bet $45, 2/3 sizing, and now Adam with his straight, 2 people have flopped a straight, raises to
$105. That raise bailed me out, and I get out of the way quickly.
Ashley snap calls this bet. Now, when Ashley snap calls, I went from wanting to probably call to now leaning on the side of folding my overpair. This is no longer a hand I like to see. Adam's going to be raising with 2 pair, a set, a straight, or a flush draw, and all those hands are not doing well against pocket kings, especially with another person in the hand. I fold.
Oh, dude, Frankie! That's a sick fold. I'm giving you a fist pump when I see it, man. That's a good one. Sick fold,
Nice
buddy.
fold there from Frankie.
Love it.
You won't believe what happens next. Look down at the position. The very next hand, I went from under the gun to big blind. I've got kings twice in a row. We see Chase limp with his wide range. Sal raise it up with pocket fours to 16. Adam with ace jack offsuit 3-bets $45. Now it's on me. I'm putting in a cold 4. I make it $125 to go, and Adam makes the call.
Give me a jack high board.
Action Adam.
We're going heads up to a flop, which comes 2, 9, 6, 2 hearts. I see bet for $125 with plans to bet turn and river, getting it all in by then. Unfortunately, he's got ace jack, and he's going to be making a fold here. Take it down.
Down about $1,500 at this point. We are about to cash in our biggest loss ever recorded to date. Hopefully this last hand can turn some things around for us. We see the blind man limp in with 9-7 offsuit, and I pick up pocket 8s in the small blind. I know he's calling extremely light. I've certainly got the best hand right now, so I just open it straight up to $30, a massive raise. Derek's got king queen offsuit in the big blind, and I think my big raise deterred him from 3-betting. That invites Chase to come along as well, and we're off to board 3 ways. 10, deuce, 10 with 2 spades. I've got the 8 of spades. Although my hand needs protection, these are the 2 biggest bluffers at the table, so I want to invite that to happen. I check, Derek checks, and Chase takes a bait betting $45. I he and haw for a bit, but I know what I'm going to do. I just toss in the call. Derek thinks about it for a while and actually calls as well with his king high, hoping to hit a turn, I guess. But he doesn't. It's the 5 of spades. We check it over to Chase once again, and he leads out again for $95 this time. He can be doing this with hands like ace 2 or complete error that's already drawing dead to me. Because of that, I don't think I can ever fold this. I make the call, and Derek tanks for a while. What I see in his eyes is he's thinking about bluff raising. I'm honestly planning on calling any raise if Derek does it. However, He decides it's not a good idea, and he folds. River's another clean one, the 6 of clubs. I check it on over to Chase once again, and he fires for $230. The graphics say 210, that was wrong, and he's really putting me to the test here. If I call and we're wrong, we'll be down almost $2,000 on the session, almost double the size of my biggest win. If I call and we win, we'll be stuck less than $900 on the session, and will not have to mark this down in history as my biggest loss ever. Chase likes to bluff me way too much. I'm just gonna have to pay him off if he's got it. I toss in the call, he tells me I win. A weight is lifted off my shoulders as we scoop in a pot. Although we still got crushed tonight and played, in my opinion, horribly, I'm happy to scoop in the last pot of the night and rack up. It was still a blast, and I can't wait for the next stream.
I brought $3,000. I only used 1,000. 1,000 in, out for 1,150.
Had to pull out 4 bullets at this one. I was in for 1,800, out for 890 though, climbed a little bit back.
I was the one that got stacked right off the bat, as I love to do on these live streams. In for a rack. Out for 890. We clawed back, only lost 110. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, do all the things.
Subscribe.
We'll see you in the next one.
1,500 likes, and I will jump into a pool tomorrow.
Peace. Why would you want to jump in a pool?